The disgusting thing Kanye said about Beyoncé's son, Sir Carter, Kanye West, has said a lot of outrageous things over the years, but this time, he aimed his fire at Beyoncé's child, and what she did next caught everyone off guard. Because for the first time ever, Beyoncé might be lawyering up, and it's all thanks to a tweet that should have never been posted. The tweet that lit the fire. It started with a tweet so unhinged, even Kanye's biggest defenders couldn't explain it away. He didn't just come for Beyoncé or Jay-Z. He took aim at their 6-year-old son, Sir Carter, implying something was off about the boy and throwing out wild accusations about his health, even questioning whether Jay-Z was really his father. It was cruel, it was personal, and it was completely out of pocket. For years, Kanye's rants have been chaotic, but this felt intentional, calculated, like he wanted to hurt the one thing Beyoncé has always kept off limits, her children. Beyoncé's silence finally breaks now. Here's the twist. Beyoncé has never responded to Kanye, not during his infamous 2016 meltdown, not when he threw her under the bus at the VMAs, not even when he dragged her into one of his Hollywood sacrifice conspiracies. But this time, it's different. According to close sources, Beyoncé is done playing nice. Legal teams have been activated. Behind the scenes, there are serious conversations happening about how to hold Kanye accountable. Because if you go after someone's child, especially Beyoncé's child, you better believe there are consequences, from brotherhood to betrayal. And that's what makes all this even more tragic. There was a time when Kanye, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé were inseparable. From studio sessions to private family vacations, they were more than collaborators. They were family. Jay mentored Kanye. Beyoncé embraced him like a brother. But over time, Kanye's behavior got more erratic. Paranoia crept in. He started throwing public tantrums, dissing the people closest to him, and spinning conspiracy theories that made headlines. And with every outburst, the bond between them shattered a little more. The Kim robbery rant. Then came 2016. Kim Kardashian was robbed at gunpoint in Paris, a terrifying, traumatic event. But instead of supporting her or staying quiet, Kanye took the moment to lash out at Jay-Z. On stage, mid-performance, Kanye shouted that Jay-Z never checked on him, never brought the family over. He made it sound like he was the victim. And just like that, the narrative flipped. Kanye wasn't just distant, he was dangerous, unpredictable, willing to weaponize trauma to make himself the center of attention, spiraling into conspiracy. And by 2022, Kanye's world had become a full-on rabbit hole. He started lumping Beyoncé and Jay-Z into wild Hollywood conspiracy theories, talking about secret societies, sacrifices, and dark forces controlling the industry. In one post, he implied they were part of the same system that took everything from him: friends, family, freedom. It was unhinged and terrifying. And the saddest part? These were the same people who once protected him, supported him, and celebrated him.
They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. Truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail.
Who is Sir Carter, really? The cruelest part of Kanye's tweet was the way it reignited old internet rumors about Sir Carter. The boy has always been kept out of the spotlight, rarely photographed, rarely seen at events. And in the world of social media, that silence breeds speculation. Some fans assumed Sir had special needs, possibly autism. Others whispered about developmental delays. But Beyoncé's mom, Tina Knowles, finally cleared the air.
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff. So he's not into the fashion stuff as much, but yeah.
Sir is perfectly healthy. He just loves numbers, books, and puzzles. He's introverted, a thinker, not a performer like Blue Ivy. And Beyoncé, she's protecting his peace, not hiding him away. Delete, but no apology. After the backlash hit, Kanye deleted the tweet, but not because he regretted it, not because he realized he crossed a moral line. He did it to avoid being suspended from Twitter. Again, no apology, no explanation, no remorse. It was a tactical retreat, not a moment of reflection. And that's what really hit people hard. Because even after attacking a child, Kanye still couldn't admit he was wrong. The clapback we've been waiting for. But this time, the world didn't let it slide. Fans flooded social media calling him out. Celebrities unfollowed, distanced themselves, or publicly slammed him. And behind closed doors, Beyonce and Jay-Z are reportedly preparing to make this a legal issue, not just a PR one. Because when Kanye messes with adults, it's one thing. But when he comes for an innocent child, that's when the gloves come off. Kanye might have thought this was just another shock moment, another tweet storm to stir the pot. But what he didn't expect was for Beyoncé to finally fire back. And if the rumors are true, this won't just be a public takedown. It could be the beginning of his biggest reckoning yet. Because this time, Kanye didn't just burn a bridge. He burned it with fire Beyoncé built herself.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women has changed since having daughters?
Nah, I still look at Pornhub and...
What kind of stuff do you look at? What categories?
I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
Serious. I'm asking you
You
a
ain't been
question.
doing the education.
Bro,
You ain't been doing the education.
Kanye, calm down.
You don't have the answers, though.
Calm down.
Because you trying to give me advice about
No,
something.
no,
You ain't
Listen.
got the answer. You ain't spent $13 million of your own money
You're
trying to empower
absolutely right.
yourself.
Yes, but I spent hundreds of thousands and putting out clothing lines at a smaller degree. All I'm asking you...
And then ain't no Ralph, though.